Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Now, if you're an Arab speaker getting ready for the Ielts exam, you really have to know about the Yasarna Ielts YouTube channel. Seriously, it's one of the absolute best resources out there for preparing.
Absolutely. A fantastic channel.
So today, we're digging into something pretty new, using AI, artificial intelligence, these learning computer programs, to help prep for Ielts.
There's a lot popping up.
Yeah, lots of new tools. And our mission, really, is to figure out what these things can actually do, and maybe more importantly, what they can't do.
Yeah.
Especially for you as you're studying.
Right. You want the real picture.
Exactly. You want to learn what you need to know, get the info properly, but without feeling, totally overwhelmed. So let's jump in. What kinds of AI tools are even out there for Ielts?
Okay, yeah, there are quite a few now, covering different skills. For speaking practice, you've got tools like Small Talk to Me.
Small Talk to Me?
Yeah. It basically tests your spoken English, gives feedback on pronunciation, fluency, grammar, too. They claim it aligns pretty closely with the official CEFR levels, like up to 95%.
Wow, okay.
And it even tries to simulate those follow-up questions an examiner might ask, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Then there's Speechful. That one also simulates conversations, generates follow-up questions. It has like over 30 topics, or you can create your own tests.
A more conversation practice.
Exactly. And Bold Voice is another one, focuses a lot on pronunciation, gives real-time feedback, does mock interviews. And Kothoven says they're working on a speaking tool as well.
So a lot happening in the speaking area.
Definitely. And, a good tip here might be using those pronunciation tools early. Fixing basic pronunciation issues can really boost your confidence and score.
Makes sense. Okay, what about writing? That's a tough one for so many people.
Oh, yeah, writing's a big one. Kothoven has an essay checker. It looks for grammar mistakes, but also tries to evaluate your essays based on the actual Ielts criteria.
Based on the band descriptors.
Supposedly, yeah. And it supports multiple languages, too. Then there's Lexibot, again, grammar correction, essay evaluation. Plus, it can analyze Task 1 visuals like charts and graphs if you upload a picture.
Upload a picture. How does that work?
Well, it uses computer vision and language generation tech to sort of read the image and write a summary, like you're supposed to for Task 1. Lexibot claims it's pretty accurate, maybe plus minus 0.5 bands.
Half a band.
Okay. Upscore.ai also gives detailed essay feedback specific to the task, and they also claim around a 0.5 band variance, but maybe in like 60% of cases. So, not always perfect.
Right, some uncertainty there.
And IELTS Writing Pro. That one aims for speed. Personalized feedback and an estimated score in just like 3 minutes.
3 minutes, that's incredibly fast.
It is.
Okay, so writing's covered. What about the other skills? Listening, reading?
Yep. Tools for those two. Candor offers adaptive exercises, meaning they change based on how you're doing. It looks at data from past IELTS tests to figure out common mistakes people make.
So it learns your weak spots.
Kind of, yeah. And Student AI has a reading comprehension analyzer. It checks your accuracy, how well you understand inference, vocabulary, and it also adjusts the difficulty level for you.
And just quickly, for pronunciation specifically, you mentioned Bold Voice, but any others?
Sure. LSA Speak is a really popular one just for pronunciation practice. Speechling, too. They focus right on helping you say words correctly.
Got it. And are there platforms that try to do everything, like full practice tests?
Yeah, definitely. Gabble.ai and TestGlider are examples of more general AI platforms offering practice tests across the different sections.
Yeah, so there's a lot out there. Let's talk about the good side. What are the real advantages of using these AI tools?
Well, a big one is that simulation aspect we touched on. Tools like Small Talk to Me and Speechful really try to mimic the conditions of the speaking test. That can be valuable practice.
Feeling like the real thing.
Exactly. And the speed of feedback is huge. Getting corrections or suggestions almost instantly, like with Kothoven or Gabble.ai, that helps you learn much faster, You don't have to wait days for a teacher.
Right, that immediate loop.
Also, personalization. Some tools adapt to your level and your mistakes. Fixaling, Small Talk to Me again, Candor, Student AI. They try to tailor the practice.
So it's not just generic exercises.
Hopefully not. And they can really help pinpoint your weaknesses. Small Talk to Me has that level test. Lexibot gives detailed feedback. It shows you where you need to focus your study time.
Makes sense.
And we do hear success stories, like Kemal from Turkey apparently used Small Talk to Me and improved. Speechful claims over 60% of their users see score improvements.
So some positive results reported.
Yeah, And of course, the simple convenience. You can practice anytime, anywhere, middle of the night, whatever, you have a spare moment.
Okay, those are some strong points, but
Right.
we have to talk about the downsides, the catches. What should people be really careful about?
Yes, this is super important. Look, AI is impressive, it's getting better, but it is absolutely not perfect.
Yeah.
Far from it. One issue, accents.
Oh, yeah.
AI can really struggle with the huge variety of English accents around the world. It might misunderstand you or give weird feedback because it's trained on a specific type of voice.
So it might not understand your accent well.
It's a definite possibility. Also, AI lacks, well, real understanding. Nuance, humor, cultural references, sarcasm. It just doesn't get that stuff. It's very literal.
So you can't joke with it.
Not really, no. It's not a person. Which leads to the next point. AI feedback needs a reality check. Always compare what the AI tells you with guidance from, actual human teachers who are Ielts experts.
Treat it as a tool, not the ultimate judge.
Precisely. And here's the really critical part, the thing you must remember. AI is still not reliable. Seriously. And think about this. These tools often cost money, right? Or they
Yeah.
want your data, your personal information.
Yeah. Nothing's ever truly free.
Exactly. There is nothing free in this world. They are businesses. They want your money or they want your data to make money. Don't forget that.
So be skeptical about the free tools and understand that claims might be inflated because, well, they want you to buy.
You got it. They can be part of your prep, but don't bet everything on them.
Which brings us to the big question. What is the best way to prepare for Ielts then?
Right. Given all this, the reality is the most effective preparation still comes from human experts, people who live and breathe Ielts.
Real teachers, real course creators.
Absolutely. And specifically specialized courses designed by experienced Ielts professionals, like, for example, the person behind that Yasarna Ielts channel we mentioned, that's still the gold standard.
Their experience counts for a lot.
It counts for everything. They understand the nuances, the common pitfalls for learners from specific backgrounds, things an AI just can't replicate yet. That real-world teaching experience is invaluable.
So the AI is more like a supplementary tool.
That's the best way to think about it. Use AI, maybe, as one piece of your study plan, something you do alongside learning from qualified teachers, getting personalized feedback from someone who really understands you, and the test. It's about finding a balance.
Mixing the new tech with the tried and true methods.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What are the key takeaways for someone listening?
Okay, main points. AI tools can be helpful for Ielts practice. They offer things like quick feedback, test simulation, identifying weak spots. That's the upside.
But
And it's a big but, they're not perfect. They have limitations, especially with understanding accents and the subtleties of language. And critically, they're not consistently reliable yet.
and the biggest warning, don't rely only on AI. Remember the cost. Remember, they want your money or data.
Absolutely. Expert human guidance is still essential. Those specialized courses from experienced Ielts professionals like Yasarna Ielts provides remain the most dependable path to success.
So, final thought for you listening. Think strategically. How could AI maybe fit into your study routine as one tool among others? But never underestimate the value of human expertise and quality resources like Yasarna Ielts. Consider what kind of support you really need to reach your Ielts goal. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.